what happens when your bestie uses your advice to steal your crush. Me and Virginia were sitting in the school canteen when she grabbed my arm and said, "You have to help me get Ronan. You know him better than anyone." My stomach dropped. I'd had feelings for Ronan since freshman year, back when we got paired for chemistry lab and he'd make these terrible science puns that somehow made me laugh every time. Virginia's grip on my arm tightened. "Please, you're his lab partner. You know everything about him." Her eyes were desperate in a way I'd never seen before. The thing was, she wasn't wrong. I did know everything about him. How he took his coffee with exactly 2 sugars. How his eyes lit up when he talked about League of Legends, that game he pretended not to love. "If you're really my best friend, you'll do this," Virginia said, and those words hung between us like a threat wrapped in a plea. So I did what I always do. I gave in. Over the next week, I watched my advice work perfectly. Virginia showed up with Ronan's exact coffee order. Caramel macchiato, extra shot, oat milk. "How did you know?" he'd asked, genuinely surprised. "Just guessed," she said with his practiced smile. The weird thing was, whenever I saw them together, Ronan seemed happy enough, friendly even, but Virginia acted like they were already married. "Don't third wheel us at lunch anymore," Virginia told me one Tuesday, not even looking up from her phone. I started eating in the library, watching from across the courtyard as Ronan laughed at something Virginia said, probably one of my jokes she'd memorized. By the second week, Virginia barely acknowledged me, except when she needed more intel. "What else does he like?" She'd text at midnight. When I hesitated to respond, she got nasty. "Stop being jealous. It's pathetic." The word stung because part of me wondered if she was right. Virginia started telling everyone Ronan was her boyfriend, posted hard launch photos of them studying together with heart emojis, called him babe in the hallways, but something seemed off. Whenever she tried to hold his hand or lean into him, he'd shift away, distracted by something else. "We're so perfect together," Virginia gushed to our friend group. But when someone asked Ronan about his girlfriend later that day, I overheard him say, "Virginia? Yeah, she's nice. We study together sometimes." One Thursday, I was across the cafeteria pretending to read when Ronan got excited telling Virginia about this league tournament coming up. "Oh yeah, I love that game," she said way too loud. Ronan's face lit up. "Really? What role do you main?" Virginia's smile froze. "The strong one?" Ronan looked confused, but kept trying. "Want to play duo queue sometime? I could teach you the basics." "I'm actually super busy," Virginia said quickly. "Maybe another time." Ronan nodded, but I saw the disappointment flash across his face. That afternoon, I was in the library on my laptop watching a League stream when Ronan walked in. His face changed completely when he saw what was on my screen. "No way, you play League?" I pulled up my match history to show him this jungler route I'd been perfecting. Ronan's eyes went wide. "Wait, this exact build? Virginia sent me a screenshot of her games yesterday. This is literally the same." He looked at my username, then at his phone, comparing the builds side by side. "But this is your account." Before I could explain, Virginia walked in, saw us with my laptop open to the game, and her voice turned sharp. "Why are you bothering my boyfriend with that nerd stuff?" Ronan looked between us, the pieces clicking together. "But you said you loved this game?" Virginia's face reddened. "I mean, I do, but it's kind of embarrassing in public." But Ronan wasn't looking at her anymore. He was looking at me with this expression I couldn't read. "Why would you do that? Why would you help her be someone else? She's my best friend," I said quietly. "She really liked you. So you taught her how to be someone I'd like?" "I left them to deal with their trouble in paradise alone." And the next day, Ronan found me alone in the chemistry lab. "I need to understand something," he started. "Virginia keeps telling everyone I'm her boyfriend. We've been dating for 3 weeks apparently." I turned to face him, confused. "Yeah, you guys are together. The whole school knows." Ronan ran his hand through his hair, a gesture I knew meant he was frustrated. "Dating? I thought we were just hanging out as friends. Study groups, coffee runs." He sat on the lab stool across from me. "I never asked her out, never even considered it. But all those dates," I mumbled. "What dates? You mean when she'd show up places I mentioned I'd be?" Ronan laughed, but it wasn't happy. "I literally told my mom yesterday that Virginia was this friendly girl from school who kept showing up everywhere." My mind was spinning. "She's been telling everyone." "I know. I found out when 3 different people congratulated me this morning." He moved closer. "Want to know something? The only reason I kept hanging out with her was because she said you'd be there. You never were." The room felt too small suddenly. "What do you mean?" "I mean," Ronan said, taking a breath, "I've been trying to get close to you since last semester. Remember when you explained the game to that confused freshman? I couldn't stop thinking about it. About you." Ronan stood up, pacing now. "Every real conversation I thought I was having, every moment that felt genuine, that was you. It was always you."